I have an update for you. I've been telling you about one of the lawyers for the cop killer 30 years after his conviction, Mumai Abu Jamal, the lawyer Debo Adegabayo. Whatever happened to Frank Smith and Ernie Johnson? Oh, those are the old days. Well, the widow of the murdered police officer, Daniel Faulkner, she pleaded with the Judiciary Committee to testify against this nomination. And the chairman of the committee, Pat Leahy, Trotskyite, Vermont, he wouldn't allow it. So we had hearings in January. Now, we don't normally, open this up. This is the widow. And she wrote a letter to the senators, and she said, I am physically, emotionally, and mentally distressed that I'm not able to be in that room. This is personal to me. She said she received a letter from Leahy's office this week informing her that it's not the practice of the committee to accept outside testimony. And Mrs. Faulkner, who lives in Los Angeles, later realized she could attend the hearing as a member of the public, but was unable to book a flight. And she said, I couldn't sleep all night. If I found out about this before yesterday and could physically be there, I would be there. A Leahy spokesidiot said the hearing to consider Adegabayo's nomination was already held on January 8th. Sorry, too bad, too late. Too bad, too late. Who the hell is Maisie? Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to report to you that the Senate Judiciary Committee just voted on this nomination. I told you they try and sneak it through. Well, even though we were on it, they just voted on it hours ago. And this nomination was approved by the Senate Judiciary Committee and now goes to the full Senate. And it was approved by a 10-8 vote, party line vote, is my understanding. Straight party line vote. 10 Democrats against 8 Republicans. The 10 Democrats voted for this. Who were they? Leahy, Frankenfeinstein, Schmucky Schumer, Little Dick Durbin, Sheldon Whitehouse, Amy Klobuchar, Al Franken, Christopher Coons of Delaware, Richard Blumenthal, and Mazie Hirono of Hawaii. Who knew? What is it with these Democrats who just goose-step along on this stuff? Obama says do it, and they do it. This lawyer voluntarily took up this case for the cold-blooded, convicted cop killer 30 years after his conviction. Obama signs off on this nomination. Holder signs off on this nomination. And every single damn Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee votes for it today. That's how radical and insane the Democrat Party has become. I would ask you Democrats out there, Democrats that I grew up with, not the intellectuals, but the hardworking men and women who are registered Democrats because you think the Democrat Party looks out for you, the little guy, the little gal. I would ask you to let me know. Is this Democrat Party your Democrat Party? So we have these 10 Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Where's this Dianne Frankenfeinstein? Oh, Ms. Gun Control. Ms. Gun Control. Some piece of crap executes a cop, a 24-year-old cop, shoots him in the back, then shoots him 3 times in the front, including one in the face. He's 24 years old. He was convicted way back in 1982. He becomes this big Hollywood figure. Hollywood, we have free him, due process. And the 10 Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee a few hours ago voted for him to be the head of the Civil Rights Division. I can't take this. I just can't take it. A senator from Vermont, a senator from California, a senator from New York, a senator from Illinois, a senator from Rhode Island. Where's this idiot from? I think Minnesota, this Amy Klobuchar, whatever. Al Franken, there you go. A senator from Delaware, another one from Connecticut, another one from Hawaii. And by the way, all 8 Republicans voted no. No. It's just incredible. I want you to think about this. I want you to see what the Democrat Party is. Obama nominates this guy. He has to sign the paperwork. It's a presidential nomination. This isn't something that passed him by. This is something that's very important to him because they use the Civil Rights Division to attack the states and to attack whatever. And Holder, too, very important to him. This is their guy. This is who they wanted, as radical as they could find. There are no more radical than this. Now let's go back to the 1930s. Who was Franklin Roosevelt's first nominee to the Supreme Court? If you've read my book, Men in Black, or you've heard me talk about this before, you know. But who was his first nominee to the Supreme Court? Hugo Black, a senator from Alabama. Hugo Black, who, among other things, was a lawyer for the Klan in Alabama. Why would FDR nominate such a man? By the way, you know what he said weeks later? After his confirmation? I didn't know. Oh, right. Sounds like Obama, or vice versa. The Democrat Party embraces extremes. It embraces the kook fringe. That's what it does. You know, they call us right-wingers and hard right. They call us purists. They call us all these names. Isn't it funny how we're consistent throughout history? We're consistent today with what we were back at the founding. Hugo Black wasn't qualified to be a Supreme Court justice because of what he had done. I don't care what he did on the court. You don't put a lawyer for the Klan on the Supreme Court. A matter of principle, you might say. And you don't put a man to head the Civil Rights Division who volunteered and went out of his way to defend a cop killer convicted 30 years before. You don't embrace the Klan and you don't embrace the Reds. By a president who had a Muslim Brotherhood activist in the Oval Office just the other day. Just the other day.